southeast of Mexico, Negro League players also had a presence in the country of Venezuela, as far back as 1927, when Robert Williams played for an independent team there. Most Negro League players would begin to play in the country throughout the 1930s and 40s, similar to Mexico. The country hosted players like Josh Gibson, who played for a team called the Centauros de Maracaibo. During one game with them, he's said to have hit a home run that went 328 feet above the outfield fence. Other Negro League stars that played in Venezuela include Quincy Troop and Martin De Higo. And just like Venezuela received players for their teams from America, America would also receive players from Venezuela. Carlos Ascancio played for the New York Black Yankees and is the only Venezuelan to play in the Negro Leagues. Ascancio, nicknamed the Earthquake due to his powerful swing, is said to have gotten into the leagues with help from a pitcher that he met in Cuba. In an interview before his death, he said that his time with the Negro Leagues made him have a deeper appreciation for the sport of baseball, reminiscing on playing with legends like Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson, and about how his fielding ability helped the Black Yankees win games. The most impactful event for Negro League baseball in Venezuela happened in 1945. The Cierre Monumental was an exhibition tour that started in the winter of 1945 and ended in 1946. That featured Negro League All-Stars like Buck Leonard, Sam Jethro, and Jackie Robinson, going up against Venezuelan and Caribbean All-Star teams. The games were played in both Caracas and Maracaibo, with the Negro Leagues finishing with a 7-2 record and the Venezuelan teams finishing with a 3-4-1 record. The Caribbean teams finished with a 2-5-1 record. The series was monumental for several reasons, like the fact that it was a precursor for the Inter-American Series, which is a tournament that included American minor teams playing against South American and Caribbean teams. The Inter-American Series, which lasted from 1946 to 1965, precursor to the Caribbean Series, a tournament where Caribbean and Latin American teams would play against each other. It also helped firmly establish professional baseball in Venezuela, with the Venezuela Professional Baseball League forming in 1946, and contracting several black players who had participated in the series monumental. It also helped open the door for African American and Cuban players to come play for and manage teams in Venezuela, a relationship that continued until the 1950s, years after Jackie had broken the color barrier. While Venezuela provided opportunities for Negro League players to be respected for their game and to escape from the discrimination that they faced back home, it did so while having its own problems with race, starting from when the first African slaves arrived on Bagua Island in the 16th century, and continuing into the 20th century with their efforts to whiten the country by controlling the flow of immigration. In fact, Afro-Venezuelans were not even included in the country's censuses in the early 20th century. Like Cuba, Venezuela was operating with an ideology of mestizaje, or mixed race, which attempted to promote an idea of racial harmony by combining the mixed heritages of Venezuelan citizens from Africa and Europe to create a centralized Venezuelan identity. While promoted as a way to end racism, it may have had a hand in perpetuating it by ignoring the unique plight and identity of Afro-Venezuelans, something that continued in 1999, with the Venezuelan constitution not even recognizing Afro-Venezuelans. A 2013 Swedish study listed Venezuela as one of the most racist Latin countries. Like in Mexico, the lighter your skin, the more you're preferred. This can be seen in the country's beauty pageants, which predominantly feature European-looking Venezuelan women over Afro-Venezuelan women. This attitude hasn't just been reserved to black people in their own country. Even presidents of nations weren't exempt. With this in mind, one has to wonder just what was it about the Negro League players that got them so much respect in this country? Or why did that respect for Negro League players not extend to Afro-Venezuelans? And why, in spite of their own issues with racism, did Venezuelans see something in the Negro League players that America didn't see?